Hello, everyone. Welcome to our Experience the Power series today. My name is Richie, and I'm so happy to host this session tonight, especially because tonight's session is about the power of soul language. It is such a favorite topic of mine, and I remember when I first started to be able to speak my soul language. It was such a powerful experience for me. It was so beautiful to be able to connect with myself in this way by using the tool and way of soul language. And for today, we have beautiful guests who will share their experience with soul language. And moreover, we have Sher leading today's session. She is a powerful master teacher healer from the Toronto Center. She is a phenomenal Dao Song practitioner, and she is the one leading the workshop tomorrow on the art of soul language. So she is here with us today, and she will be sharing what is soul language with us and the beautiful benefits that it can bring into our life, daily life, every day, in every aspect of life. So without further ado, here we have Sher.
Thank you very much, Richie. Hello, everybody. Welcome. So nice to see you this evening. It's such a pleasure to get together, in these sessions every Wednesday evening from Master Shah Dao Center and, to share some of the beautiful sacred wisdom, teachings, practices of Dr. and Master Zhigang Shah. Dr. and Master Shah is an extraordinary being. He's so accomplished in so many levels in his life. He's a master and grand master of many, many disciplines: Kung Fu, I Ching, Feng Shui, Qigong, and more. He is an extraordinary healer, and he has written many New York Times best-selling books on the power of the soul to heal, to rejuvenate us, to transform our lives. And one of the topics that he has brought forward to us is soul language. And soul language is one of my favorite topics. And as Richie mentioned, I'm going to be doing a workshop tomorrow on the art of soul language. It is something that resonates for me on the deepest levels. And I want to share a little bit of information about it with you tonight. I see some friends joining us. Rose, welcome. Great to see you. Shirley, supporting this evening. Thank you. Parvana from London. Rosetta from Australia. Tasha from London. Laura, great to see you. Thank you, everybody, for being here. It's a community. And whenever you come, whenever you show up, we are creating this beautiful field whereby the wisdom teachings, the practices of Master Shah are shared. And we get to take advantage of them. We learn more about them. We go deeper into them. We use them. We share them, and everybody benefits. So for those who are new, I am one of the master teacher healers at the center here in Toronto. I'm also a Dao Song teacher. I teach the Dao Song Dao Dance program along with others. And when I first met Master Shah, I did not know about soul language. I did not know about soul song. I did not know that my soul was even communicating with me in the way that it is for all of us. We all have, a main body soul. And every one of our cells actually in our body has a soul. Every one of our organs has a soul. But our main body soul is really the essence of who we are. And it speaks to us all of the time. How does it speak to us? It speaks to us in soul language. And soul language is a universal language that is understood by every soul. And everyone and everything has a soul. Thereby, when our soul speaks, other souls respond, hear, reply to us. There's a whole huge universal network of communication happening. If we think about, the computer and, the age of the computer, the age of information that we're living in, this is a small sample of what is actually happening in the universal network and in soul communication, soul language. Souls are exchanging information all of the time. Souls are exchanging information on their experiences. Our soul, in the teaching offered by Master Shah and in many different traditions, our soul has lived many lifetimes. You may have this belief, you may not. It doesn't matter. Even if you believe your soul has just lived one lifetime, it still carries the information of that lifetime, of everything you've studied, everything you've learned, and also that of your ancestors, because we are connected on the cellular level, on the DNA and RNA level. And as a result, all of this information is downloaded to us on the soul level. So our soul wants to communicate. It wants to speak to us, not just silently, but aloud. It wants us to know what it is that it has to offer. It wants us to know that it has the power to heal our heart, to heal our mind, to heal our energy, and to heal our matter, the body. Our soul also has the capacity to rejuvenate us. Yes, to make us younger. And I'm telling you, I am rejuvenating. As I get older, I'm also rejuvenating and pushing back. And I'm not alone. There are many of us. But we are practicing the teachings of Master Shah. And one of those teachings is to chant and to practice our soul language daily and to listen to the messages of our soul and to other souls who want to support us on our soul journey. Because we're living not just a physical life, we are living a soul life. And the physical life is meant to support the soul life and the soul journey. The soul is the highest frequency and vibration entity within us. And it has so many beautiful qualities, soul language being one of them. Why is Master Shah teaching soul language at this time? Well, it's a good question. And I'm going to give you an answer. We are living in a time called the Soul Light Era. And it began August 8, 2003. Just had the anniversary, Soul Light Era anniversary recently on August 8. And this is a very significant period of time identified for us by many high-level spiritual beings over the centuries and over the millennia. Every period is 15,000 years long. And this soul light era period is one of soul. You got it, soul. Where soul has come to the forefront of our existence, of our life, of our teaching, of our learning, of our development, of our awakening, of our enlightenment. So there are going to be many soul teachings during this period of time. It's still very young, very new. But Master Shah is one of those great teachers in the Soul Light era. And so many of his books, contain the word soul in them, because he is teaching us about our essence and what it can do for our lives and what it can do for the lives of our loved ones, our families, our friends, our community. and how if we pay attention to what it is that our soul wants us to do in this lifetime, if we pay attention to what it is that our soul wants to teach us and how it wants to support us and help us along our journey, if we can open up to what it is the soul has to present to us, we will live our best possible life in this lifetime, in this era, in the 21st century. We're living in such an extraordinary time. There are many challenges in this time, but along with many challenges come many breakthroughs, many successes in human evolution. And so when we open up to that, when we become conscious of it, so many extraordinary things can happen. We can become communicators in the soul light era. We can become healers in the soul light era. We can communicate not just with our own soul and hear the messages of our own soul, but that of our loved ones, our ancestors, those who have transitioned. We can communicate with, hear information and messages from our spiritual fathers and mothers in the heavenly realms. We can communicate with our beloved planet, with Mother Earth. We can better understand what it is that she needs from us, what we can give back to her, because she gives so much to us. She serves us every moment of the day, and she's struggling right now. And so if we communicate with her heart to heart, soul to soul, we can learn from her what it is she needs from us. And we can send her our love, our appreciation, our gratitude for everything that she's doing, and that will help her. We can do the same with the waters, with a special ocean or river or lake or stream, because our waters also are being challenged, from the pollution that we have created, humanity has created. And so we can communicate on a heart and soul level with the waters. And in the same way, show our love, show our appreciation, and let them know that we are here and we want to help them. And we're so grateful for all of the sacrifices that they have made to keep us alive. And in that communication with them, we will find solutions to pollution. We will find solutions to our own inner pollution, our thoughts, negative mindsets, negative beliefs, pollution of the heart, jealousy, competition, emotional imbalances, anger, fear, anxiety, depression. And we will find external solutions to our, for our environment, for inequities, in society, prejudices. We will find solutions in medicine that are healthy for us. We will find different kinds of ways of healing. We have a Tao Hands program that Master Shah has brought to us. And, these are soul light hands that offer, Tao source love, light, frequency, and vibration for healing. They have come to us in the soul light era to serve. Our soul language is a servant in the soul light era. Our soul language carries our soul's unique frequency, vibration, love, forgiveness, compassion, and light. And so when we chant our soul language to someone, they will receive that and they will be blessed by that, just as we are blessed by someone else's soul language. Don't you love the little babies, the infants? They speak soul language. That's what they're speaking. They're not speaking baby talk. They are speaking soul language. We call it baby talk because we don't know what else to call it. But they're speaking from their soul, and they're looking at you, speaking to you. And you sometimes think, gosh, I wish I knew what you were saying. And sometimes you do. You feel it right in your heart. You straight in your heart because your heart is open and you understand what they're communicating to you. And it's so pure, their communication. And when they speak, they assume you know what they're saying. You know what they're talking about. So if you practice your soul language, if you learn it, if you develop it and you use it, it will become a communication tool, a healing tool, transformation tool, an awakening tool that you can use every day in so many ways, so many ways. Yeah. So I'd like to take a moment. I see many more people have joined. Susan, Da'ai from Barbados. Da'ai means greatest love. Nice to see you, Susan. Kimberly, Karin, bonjour. Welcome, Karin. Sjane is here. Welcome to you. Pearly, Sean, Arte, Santa Maria, Ayesha, Sandy. Great to see you. Tasha, Risto, Susan, Unji is here. And many of you have your soul language already. Sometimes, it's difficult for us to express in whatever language we speak. People here speak in different languages. If you're speaking English or you're speaking Chinese or you're speaking German or French or Spanish or any of these languages, no matter what language it is, we don't always or aren't always able to communicate our message through that language because it has many different layers and levels to it, our communication in the various, worldly human languages. And the great thing about soul language is that soul language is not about words at all, actually, because we may be chanting sounds. There may be, vowels and consonants, within our soul language, but they are not words. They are expressions. It is an expression of the soul, and it is felt more so on the heart level, the communication, because our heart is actually our receiver. The soul is the message in Tao science. Soul is the message or information. Heart is the receiver. Mind is the processor. And we can actually learn to translate soul language. When we open our spiritual channels, we can learn to translate soul language. But before that happens, we can just open our heart to soul language and enjoy the frequency, vibration, and sound of it. So I'm going to do a sample of soul language, of my soul language right now. And I invite all of you, I'm going to offer my soul language and offer blessing to you with it, because we can offer blessings to people with our soul language, because it carries that higher frequency and vibration of light, our essence, our pure essence, the essence of our soul. So I'm going to invite everybody to make a request, one request for a blessing. And you can make that for physical body. Okay, maybe you're having some lower back pain, maybe you have some abdominal discomfort. So it could be for, a physical issue. Or maybe you're feeling some emotional imbalance right now. Maybe you have something you're worried about, or something, some small anxiety or fear or, concern about something. You could ask for that. Okay, so ask for one of those two things, something physical or something emotional. Go ahead and request now. And I'm going to connect to my soul language and I'll chant my soul language for a couple of moments. So please request. Soul language, blessing, start. Ela, 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 yo. Ela, 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 la, na, ne, we, 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 ana, yo, we, ala, lo, me, we, we, o. Ani, we, we, ala, num, a, we, ani, ani, ayo, yo, ay, ay, yo, ay, yo. Ela e o no 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 mi no no mi no no mi no do we alo we yo 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 mi yo 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 Hani ale 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 we yo yo ma we mi we ale ani 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 O me ale ayo ane o yo mi ayo 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 o ma we o ma we o ma we yo 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 O me ale ayo 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 o ma we o ma we o ma we o ale ayo ayo yo 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 O ay 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 o la o ma we ay ay o ay o ay la 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 ay ay O mi o la la ay o mi ay o ay o la o ay ay o yo yo Oy ay oy ay oy ay la ni ay na ay o mi yo 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 How means perfect, get well in Mandarin. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So that soul language vibration went out to each of you who is here, who made a request. I welcome you to share anything that you felt. We are each unique, and it's fascinating. And this is something that I have learned over the years, and that is how our soul language resonates with another. Sometimes people feel very, very comfortable, very peaceful in our soul language. And for other people, they may feel some discomfort within it. Something, gets triggered inside of them. And all of it's good, all of it's perfect, because what's happening with the soul language, the vibration and frequency of it, soul to soul, is offering us something. It is offering us a light blessing, or it is offering us a message, or it is offering us just its pure frequency and vibration as a way of communicating, saying hello, letting us know that we are all in this together, for example. Or maybe it is sharing information of a connection that we have had with that soul, either in this lifetime or another lifetime. You know how when you meet up with somebody for the first time and you just feel a connection with the person, you don't know them, you've never met them, you've never seen them before, but you feel an instant connection with them. You are two souls that come together in this lifetime for a reason, for a purpose. It may be short, it may be long. And the moment that happens, before you even start a physical communication with them, your souls are communicating first and foremost. You may have seen them, across the room, and you look and you think, who is that? And right away, your soul is communicating with them. And this is always true for all of us. When we walk into a room, our soul is walking in front of us, ahead of us in many ways, because our soul is much larger. And it is already assessing what is happening and who is there and who's thinking what, who's saying what, who's doing what, before our eyes ever do. So this is why we want to communicate, on the soul level, and learn about it and understand it and know it and connect to it. It's going to serve us in so many beautiful ways. So I'm just going to read some comments. Susan, so grateful to be here to learn from the wisdom of Sher. Thank you, Susan. And Master Shah's wisdom, really. Unji, the power of the soul is truly so enlightening. So many possibilities out there. Yes, Unji, I agree. Sean, thank you for sharing the wisdom. Thank you, Sean. Jody's here from Arizona. Annette from Australia. Welcome, Annette. Great to see you. And Susan says, what a beautiful, powerful blessing with your soul language. Felt great connection to my ancestors. Beautiful, Susan. Thank you. This is, one of the great benefits of soul language is to be able to communicate to our ancestors, of course. Rose, my soul is so happy and smiling. Thank you. Thank you, Rose. Michelle says, I felt a blessing for my left leg. I could feel it vibrating, almost as if it wanted to speak to you. Beautiful, Michelle. Thank you. Yeah. Different parts of the body may respond, And the parts of our body communicate in soul language as well. Your leg has a soul, your heart has a soul, your eyes have souls. Annette says, thank you. That was profound, really beautiful to see with my inner vision. I saw a golden being that I knew was you, and your robes seemed to be moving around you in rainbows. It was divine. Thank you. Thank you, Annette. Beautiful. And Risto, yes, something triggered a bit of fear, but still comforting. Thank you, Risto. Yeah, thank you for sharing that. Yes, it can sometimes be unsettling. Something is moving inside that actually needs to move. This is the beauty of it. It's something that needs to move, but it can feel uncomfortable. Ayesha Sandy, it seems like I heard this sound before in an Indian village. Sometimes our soul language has a certain quality to it, right? And it may have a quality of an ancient language or another culture. And that may have to do, with some of our lifetimes. Our soul, carries the experiences of all of our lifetimes. So our soul language can have a quality of other human languages. And Susan, I feel much better. Oh, good. Thank you, Susan. Arte, thank you. My legs, varies, feel relaxed. Veins feel relaxed. Before the practice, it was a lot of pressure on them. Beautiful. Thank you, Arte, for sharing that. Shirley, I felt like I was on top of a mountain. Feels like the sun just enveloped us with love. Thank you, Shirley. Rosetta, I asked to be a peaceful and calm, to have a peaceful and calm mind, to stop the overwhelm in a chaotic environment. And as the blessing began, I felt the energy shift around my message center. Message center is the heart chakra, spreading throughout my body. So this is good. The energy dissipated, right? Beautiful. Thank you, Rosetta. And Juliet, hello. Happy to join from Trinidad. Wonderful. Welcome. Jody, wonderful. Thank you for the blessing. Rigu is here. Great to see you. Parvana, Sean, Nora. And sorry to miss the practice. Looking forward to connecting tomorrow. Wonderful, wonderful, Nora. So Nora's going to join the Art of Soul Language workshop. I hope some of you will as well. We have a beautiful group of people gathered. It's really going to be a lot of fun. We're going to enjoy ourselves. So I'm going to bring on a couple of friends. I'm going to start with one. And, I want them to share their experience of soul language. Soul language was one of the, you learn your soul language either in an Open Spiritual Channels workshop or when you become a Tao Hands practitioner. And it's a beautiful teaching. And sometimes we forget about it. We let it go. We move on to other things. And I want to bring us back to it because it's a beautiful basic that we want to continue to connect to and use because it's so valuable. Let us not forget it. So I'm going to invite on dear Daniela, and she's going to share with us, some of her experience of soul language. And she's also going to speak her soul language to you. And she's going to send a message to you. So when it comes to that, you will listen for her message. Daniela, please join us. Welcome. Hello, Daniela. Thank you for joining us this evening.
Hello, Sher. Hello, Sher. Hello, everyone. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are. Share everything that you just shared with us. It's so exciting. It's really so exciting. And I always feel so much power comes from your teachings because you're able to explain some very subtle and complex concepts in very simple terms, and you deliver such profound meaning in very concise messages. And I feel that that is also what soul language does, because soul language is not constrained by the human rules of language. We all just let our heart flow, our soul flow. And as some of our guests shared, your soul language, it sounded tribal, it sounded ancient, it sounded modern, it sounded cosmic. Like there's just so much that is shared that because we have become conditioned in language, we may not be able to speak that to each other or even reach that wisdom that we all have access to. So for me, that's what soul language is. It's liberating from the inside out. It allows me to be something that my mind and the concepts that are conditioned in my mind wouldn't otherwise allow me to be or experience. And soul language on some level allows me to be a kid again. Like you said, children are not defined by rules of thought or, social norms, and allows me to be a kid from the inside out. But it also allows me to tap into wisdom that is beyond what I might think in my adult mind. Like it's just so broad and expansive. So for me, soul language is liberating, but it's also very fun. It brings like so much lightness to my inner world and to my heart and to my mind. And in that way, it's profoundly healing.
Yeah, absolutely, Daniela. Really liberating. That's the word I feel, in speaking soul language. It's liberating, because the truth is that our soul has wanted to communicate so much to us for so long, and has been. It's not that it hasn't been, it has been, but it hasn't always gotten through. And when we speak our soul language, it's getting through in a much greater way, much bigger way. And I feel like the cosmos is there behind you, and I feel like you're connected to the cosmos. And because the cosmos speaks soul language as well. The stars, the sun, the moon, right, the planets all speak soul language as well. So I'm going to leave you to say a few more words, and whatever it is you want to share with people. And then I want you to also, please, to speak your soul language to us, deliver a message to us, and everybody. We will determine, whatever the message is, whatever we feel, whatever we get, whether it's an image, whether it's a word, whether it's a sentence or a piece of wisdom, whatever we get from Daniela's soul language, we each of us get. So please continue, Daniela. Thank you.
For sure. Thank you, Sher. Well, I just want to share with everyone how exciting I think our workshop tomorrow is, and what Sher is going to be teaching. The experience of remembering your soul language. This is the thing, it's not new. This is something that we remember. It's something that we awaken to. It's there. It's remaining latent in the deeper energies, the deeper psyche, beyond your subconscious mind. And imagine what it's like to be able to have this deep relationship with yourself, where you can express the wisdom that is shared so deeply in your soul, the wisdom that wants to guide your life, the wisdom that wants to guide your relationships, that wants to create connections with all the other souls who you meet, whether they're human souls or other souls. Imagine what it's like to be able to expand your whole experience of self and life in that way, where there are no boundaries, no barriers to what you can feel, what you can imagine, what you can create, and what you can communicate with others. That's the power of soul language, and it's such a gift that Master Shah is teaching us in our minds, teaching us how to remember to connect to ourselves, to our soul, and how to deepen that relationship. It's really a powerful gift, and something that you can only experience. I cannot even share with you the joy that I feel from speaking my soul language. So I feel honored to be able to share my soul language with you, and to share a message that will be new even for me. I'm going to ask my soul to communicate through my heart. And I ask you all to just be present in your heart space and allow your heart to deliver the message that my soul wants to speak and share with all of you. Thank you for listening and receiving this message. Baratoyo te atoro poroche, to solo yo, taramoyo te yam. Taratoyo te ye, toyo chumo, taratoyo, tarateyo to, tarateyo to, te apaya toro te tai, taya toro te to. Tia poyo ye, kaya soyo te ya yo yo ya, te yo daya te, toro toya he poyo, toro te ya he yo, Tarayo yo me, Tarayo yo me, Toyo Jaya Lala me, Tayo, Tayo. How, how. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you, Daniela. Beautiful. So, everybody, I want you to share in the chat what your experience was in listening to Daniela's soul language and her soul's message. There was a lot coming through, and you may have heard a message. You may have gotten a word. You may have gotten a piece of wisdom or information, or you may have felt something. Maybe you didn't get a message directly in that way, but you may have had a feeling. Whatever it is, I would like you to share it, please, because it's quite significant what Daniela was sharing with us. And each of us has had other lifetimes. Again, if you don't believe that, it's okay. It's my belief. It's Master Shah's belief, and it's something we teach about. Billions of people worldwide believe it. And so we do talk about it. We talk about it in those terms of experience, personal soul experience, ancestral soul experience. So what I felt from what Daniela was chanting was a connection to her ancestors and a lineage, actually, of healers. And Daniela herself as a medicine woman. And what I got from her was a sharing, actually, of a recipe for really bringing greater peace and equanimity to the heart. And so, I could see her out in my third eye. I could see her out in nature, actually gathering up some of these herbs and her chanting, at that time, and that coming forward in this moment and sharing with us. So it was very beautiful. How do you feel, Daniela?
I feel amazing. It's always an amazing inner journey to speak my soul language. And you're right, it was definitely a message to the all about how to come together and bring more unity, love, peace, and harmony amongst all of us, both within and without. So your perception, your receiving of my message was definitely accurate.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Thank you. Let's read a few comments from people.
Sure.
Yeah. So, let's see. Tasha says, thank you, Daniela. Yona says, felt peace. Rigu, thank you, Daniela. I was enveloped in light and I got the message. I'm here. Beautiful, everybody. Susan, thank you. Annette says, thank you, Daniela. Such an ancient breeze I could feel. The message I heard was standing up, holding hands, and facing the future together with love and strength. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Beautiful, Annette. And, there's no one right message. Everybody receives their appropriate message from the soul language, and each one can be different. Some can be the same. Unji says, I felt Daniela's soul language as a calling to come back to my heart, to come back to my soul, to connect to the essence of the creation universe, to remember the infinite possibilities through deep connection. Thank you, beloved Daniela, for your sacred offering. Beautiful, Unji. Wonderful. Love that. Yeah. And then some of you were asking about registering. So thank you for posting the links there for the workshop tomorrow. Oh, there's Susan. Very beautiful message. The essence is for everyone to know how much we are loved and blessed, to keep joy, love, peace, and harmony in our hearts, and to enjoy the experience and wisdom that soul language gives. Thank you, Susan. Beautiful. And Risto says, thank you, Daniela. Felt Celtic. There we go. Thank you, Risto. And Andrea, we are reconnecting, saw a few images with Daniela and me in past lives. She shared her support and love towards me in the most lovely way with words of wisdom. Wow, so touching. Thank you so much, Daniela. Love you. Thank you, Andrea. Beautiful. Sandra with hearts. Nora, beautiful soul message. Sounded like a goddess in Hawaii, blessing us together. I resonate with certain words of calmness and peace. Beautiful, Nora. And Eugenia with hearts. And Juliet, thank you. Felt so warm listening to you. I felt you holding everyone's hands to join. Beautiful. Thank you for your posts, your messages, everybody. So I'm going to now invite our next guest to come on. Welcome, Unji.
Hello. Thank you so much for having me here today. It's such an honor.
It's our pleasure. And so, Unji, we would like to know from you, please, what your experience is of soul language, what it's meant to you, anything you want to, share about it. And then we're going to invite you to do the same thing and offer blessing with your soul language as Daniela did in the same way. So please share with us.
Thank you so much for this opportunity to share. Yeah, I've had such a beautiful journey with soul language. And it started a few years ago. I was actually at a meditation. And this woman, some of you may know her. She's a beautiful spiritual teacher in her own right. Her name's Vanessa Ferraro. She had us lie down as she sang her soul language. And I didn't really know what I was in for. I just saw that it's a meditation. My friends are going. Cool, great, I'm in for it. And I remember just lying down and she starts, speaking her soul language. And I was like, what? Maybe how many of you have been feeling and experiencing this evening with Daniela and Sher's beautiful soul language offerings. It just felt like magic. I didn't understand the language in my head, but I could feel it in my heart. I could feel it in my body, and it was coursing through me. It just felt like such incredible light vibration. So I said, whatever this is, I need to learn more. And so I started going to the Master Shah Tao Center, Toronto, to go to classes, to go to trainings, much like tomorrow's workshop, to learn how to bring out my soul language. And, once I went to the trainings and experienced it, of course, it's so healing to listen to others' soul language and then to bring it out within myself. It was incredible. It's not something that I would have predicted for myself ever to be a part of my journey. And it was really significant because, I suffered for a really long time with chronic illness, a condition called fibromyalgia. So that consists of chronic fatigue and chronic pain. And I had it for about 10 years. And during the worst parts of it, I was actually bedridden. And it just completely stopped me from living regular, healthy life because I was literally just in so much pain, like physical pain in my body, and just so drained and exhausted that, I just couldn't participate in whether it was school or work or whatever it was. And when I started going, to these healing sessions and experiencing soul language and learning to bring it out for myself, for my own self-healing, my condition just healed so deeply. And it was really surprising. I didn't know. And it happened in increments because it was such a long-standing chronic issue. So first I noticed, I had these digestive issues. And I would need to take all kinds of pills and medications and supplements to deal with all aspects of my condition. And bit by bit, I noticed one day, I remember I was eating a regular meal. And usually I would need to have a very planned out regimen to eat. I would need to take all kinds of pills like before, for like an hour, 2 hours before I eat. I needed to take stuff like 30 minutes, an hour after I eat. Everything needed to be planned, and I need to eat like very specific kinds of clean foods. And yeah, and I remember just having a meal that wasn't necessarily, I just forgot, that wasn't in my regular kind of health diet regimen. And I ate it and I digested it and I felt fine. And then I noticed maybe like 30 minutes later, it's like, oh, I didn't take my supplements. I didn't take my medication. I didn't take my prescriptions. And then I just was, noticing in my body, I was like, but I feel fine. I'm feeling okay. And, bit by bit, I was gaining more energy. I was gaining a clearer mind, just a more vibrant mood and emotional health. And, and I'm just really happy to say that I no longer struggle with this condition. And since then, soul language has such incredible presence in my life for everyday life now. Like, Sher was sharing in the beginning about babies and how they speak their soul language, but how many of the adults in the world really understand and can communicate. And, I have a baby nephew. Well, I don't know if I can call him a baby anymore. They're always babies though, aren't they? He's 2.5. His name is Peter. He was over at my house today, and, he's feeling sleepy. He was a little grumpy and he started crying. So I picked him up and then I started, chanting. I started speaking my soul language to him. And then, he's all fussy. And then before you know it, he starts just like, relaxing, starts being soothed. And then I could hear him. He was speaking soul language too. He starts going, and, we have such an amazing relationship, he and I. And a lot of it has to do with, my connection with soul language, my understanding of it, and how when he speaks, I can catch on. I understand. And often, the other adults in the room are really befuddled and going like, what does he want? What is he saying? And then I'll just tune into him. And then he looks at me and then I'll get it. I'll repeat it back to him in English. It's like, oh, you want to start coloring now? Or, oh, are you hungry? And he goes, yeah. And the look in his eyes that he has, it's like, yes, you understand me. We can communicate. Yes. And I've noticed that it's actually helped in his development to have someone really understand him and to, reflect, speak his words back to him. He learns, he'll repeat after me and he'll speak the English of what he's saying in soul language. And, all aunties and all, parents and caregivers brag about their loved ones, right? But I would say that he's pretty advanced. He knows his ABCs. He can count to 100. I could brag on and on about my little nephew. But I would say a lot of that really does have to do with soul language and deep connection and understanding of each other's souls. And there have just been so many cases. If I could bring up one more example of soul language, is that this is kind of funny. Sher was also sharing in the beginning about how everyone and everything has a soul and how we all communicate, how we all have our own soul language. So yesterday I was in the kitchen and I noticed that the fridge was buzzing. And it was buzzing really loud, like, and I was going, oh, this is a message, fridge. What are you saying? What are you communicating? And, I just took a second to tune in. And then I looked, and above the fridge, there was this heavy plastic roll. And I was going, oh, is this plastic roll bothering you? Do you not want that there? And I just felt like, maybe I should move it. Maybe that would be better feng shui. And so I just went over there, picked up the big plastic roll, the big box, and moved it to a table. And immediately the buzz went, just fell silent. I was like, oh, Wow. Okay. Well, thank you. Thank you, Fridge, for your communications. Thank you for your soul language. Because, everyone and everything has a soul, and we all have feelings too, to an extent, don't we? We all want to be in comfortable, peaceful environments. And that was a small example of what that looks like in literally my kitchen, but in the outer world. And so, I loved Daniela and about her really deep sharings about, the liberation and the sacred opportunity for discovery of one's soul language and to connect with others' souls, to connect on that very deep level. And yeah, anyways, I could talk on and on. I totally agree. Everything that everyone has shared, here on the program and in the comments has totally resonated. And with that, I would love to offer my soul language, a message from my own heart and soul to all of yours. So at this time, I invite you, if you wish, to close your eyes, take a deep breath with me. Inhale, exhale, and just relax. It's my honor to share this soul message with you. Hey, ya, 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 yo, 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 yo. Hey, ya, 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 yo, 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 yo. Hey, ya, 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 yo, 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 yo. Hey, ya, 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 yo, yo. Hi, ya, yo, yo. Hey, ya, yo. Hey, ya, 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 yo. Hi, ya, 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 yo. Iha, hey, ya, 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 yamana, haseya. Hey, yamana, haseya. Hey, yamana, haseya. Hi. Hey, amanaya seya, hey, oh, you, ya, oh, you. Hey, amanaya haya seya, yamanaya haya namaya seya, ho, yo monoyo, ho, yo monoyo haya seya, hey, amana, hey. Yo hayamanaya hey, hey anamaya seya, hey anamaya seya, hey ya ya yo, hey ya ya yo, ai ya, ayu ya, hey ya 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 yo, yo 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 yo. How? Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, everyone, for sharing in this special, deep moment of connection with each other and community, soul community. Very grateful. Thank you.
Thank you, Unji. Beautiful. Everybody, please share what you felt, what you experienced from Unji's soul language blessing. I felt in that moment, Unji, when you were chanting, like your little nephew. I felt like you were giving me a teaching in the most loving way. It felt very, very motherly, and as though you were reassuring me, that you were letting me know everything was going to be okay, that I can get through any challenge that arises and really if I stay, my own experience, if I stay connected to my heart and my soul, and I really take the time to stop and to listen, that I will be guided in anything and everything that I do. So thank you for that beautiful blessing. I want others to also share how you felt. We're going to end our session in a few minutes. I want to make a few announcements. We are, as you heard, as has been shared, I am leading a workshop tomorrow at 12 o'clock, tomorrow, August 12th, from 12 to 1:30. It's 90 minutes, and it's a workshop on the art of soul language. And soul language, really, it is a beautiful art. It's a beautiful expression, and it is unique to each one. No one is the same. And there is one, special mantra that brings out our soul language. And if you don't have yours out yet, you will have the opportunity to bring it out. And if you do have yours out, you will have the opportunity to more fully understand what it is that your soul language is doing for you, doing for others, how to use it, how to use it to connect with spiritual fathers and mothers, with your ancestors, and really for us to experience together the depth of it. Because the more we do it together, the more we share about it, the more deeply we will be connected to it and to that of others, to open up a whole new network of communication, of wisdom, knowledge, healing, rejuvenation, transformation, and awakening. So I welcome you to join me, and I'm going to read these posts about Unji's soul language blessing, and everybody, we're going to do one giveaway. So if you would like to be gifted the workshop tomorrow, put it in the chat, let us know, but only if you can attend, right? So if you can't attend, please leave for someone else, to be able to win. I'm going to choose through guidance who it is who should receive. So just post in the chat, yes, I would like to win the workshop tomorrow. So Andrea is sharing about Unji. Amazing, Unji, how wonderful to know this. I have suffered for many years from digestive issues. Exercise and practice our soul language can really help us even to digest food. Incredible. So happy that you share this with all of us. Thank you. Yes, Andrea, thank you for sharing. Absolutely. Soul language can help us digest our food. I'll tell you, everybody, if you chant your soul language while you're preparing your food, chant your soul language to bless your food as you're preparing it, cutting it, cooking it, stirring it, adding herbs. Chant your soul language, and it will be a very different dish than when you started. Okay, there's a little tip. There's a cooking tip. Rigo says that was beautiful, Unji. Yona felt calm. Susan, wow, wow, wow. Healing, amazing, love, love, love. Artie, beautiful soul language. Unji, this was relaxing and powerful. Thank you. Risto, beautiful, gentle heart message. Rose, thank you for the beautiful blessing, Unji. Ayesha, my body started rocking like my mother was rocking me peaceful. Yes, Ayesha, I felt that too. Sandra, thank you, Unji. I felt the healing and blessing deep within me. Beautiful. Thank you, Sandra. Sean, thank you, Daniela. And Unji, the message was welcoming and heartfelt and wanted all souls to connect soul to soul through soul language. Greatest gratitude. Okay, so Jody's on the list for wanting to receive. Okay, Jody, I'm taking note of that. Annette, thank you, Unji. I can relate so much to you talking to your little nephew, as I understand that way with my autistic grandson. I saw you standing looking out to the sea as the sea connects us all. I felt the ocean heard you. Ha ha, thank you very much for sharing. It was lovely. Yona would love the giveaway. Rose, I'd love to receive this honor. Tasha, Demo, Ayesha, Gifted Juliet would love to win. Jody, Rigu, Laura. Okay. All right, everybody. Parvana. Okay. Nisha saying yes, when she cooks food, she chants Dabe Jo or Love, Peace, Harmony. Also good tip. Thank you, Nisha. Okay, everybody, I'm going to check through guidance. Who receives the giveaway for tomorrow? And it is Jody. Okay, congratulations. Give Jody a hand, everybody. Congratulations, Jody. So Jody, Richie can let you know where to write to, and we will get you registered, and you can join us at 12 o'clock. And everybody else, welcome you to join. Please welcome you to register. I look forward to seeing you there. And thank you, everybody. It really was a fun evening, beautiful evening. I'm so grateful to Daniela and Unji for being here, and wishing you all much love, and wishing you to really go deeper into your soul language practice each and every day. Listen, open your heart, and have great success. So I welcome Richie to come back for final announcements.
Thank you so much, Sher. It was such a powerful session today, wasn't it? We loved it. And it was just so much joy just coming through. And it was so beautiful, such a pure connection. It felt in my heart to just receive the soul language blessings from Sher, from Daniela, from Unji, and such deep wisdom flowing through the soul language. So we really hope that you click the link that we have shared with you, and the teacher assistant Shirley today is also sharing with you. Join us tomorrow, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, for more fun, for delving deeper into our soul language experience and connecting deeper with our souls. And Cher also mentioned that the experience, the ability to speak soul language, that teaching is also offered in our another program called the Tao Healing Hands Certification Training Workshop. And that workshop is also being offered this month by the Toronto Centre from the 27th to the 29th of August. So Shirley would post a link to that. If you are interested to become an empowered healer and Tao Healing Hands practitioner, you could check the link out, find out more information. You can also email us for information and apply to become a practitioner this month. And definitely speaking your soul language, the ability to speak gets you receive that along with your Tao Healing Hands transmission. And another beautiful event that is happening this Saturday is the Saturday demonstration sessions with the Tao Calligraphy Healing Field. It is a free event, and today the calligraphies weren't introduced, but if you are new, Tao calligraphies are a beautiful healing technology, and they can, just like the soul language, bring us deep, pure realizations of ourself, deep healing, rejuvenation, and relaxation. So if you haven't tried it before, we welcome you to try it this Saturday from 12 to 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Shirley can share the link with you. And again, we'll hope to see you tomorrow for the Art of Soul Language workshop. And, don't forget to share with your friends and family as well. There's still time to register and all be together tomorrow to celebrate our souls and our soul language. So until next Wednesday for another session of Experience the Power series, good night and take care from Toronto. Love you all so much. Bye.